All right, so let's start here. The topic is securing AI systems, and that can mean a lot of different things. It can mean cleaning up the data quality of the model training data, or finding vulnerable code in the AI models, detecting hallucinations, avoiding IP leaks through Gen AI prompts, detecting cyber attacks, avoiding network overloads, a million different things. So when I say securing AI systems, what does that mean to you? What do you feel like are the biggest security risks or threats that we need to be thinking about right now? So Manoj, I'll send that to you first.
Yeah, sure. Again, thanks for having me on here. And the securing AI broadly, I think, means taking a proactive approach to not just the outside-in view of security, but also the inside-out view of security. Because what we're entering into is in this new world, I call it prompt to X. Today, it's prompt to intelligence. Tomorrow, it'll be prompt to action through an agent. And day after tomorrow, it'll be prompt to autonomy, where you will tell an agent to take over a process. So what we are going to see in terms of securing AI is the external vectors that are going to be coming into your data and application and networks. They're going to get amplified because of AI. People will start using AI to create new threat vectors outside in. But also, there is going to be a tremendous amount of inside-out threat vectors that will be going out, because if employees may not know how to use the system properly, or the prompts may end up creating new security risks like sensitive data leakage or harmful outputs or hallucinated outputs. So in this environment, securing AI would mean both securing proactively outside-in threats as well as inside-out threats.
So to add to this, we sort of build a lot of structure around this. So I'll try to answer basically without disagreeing with Manoj, but by adding some structure. So when, and sometimes I joke that it's my 3 a.m. answer. If somebody says, Anton, security AI, what do you mean by this? I'll probably go to the model that we built. Of course, that's part of our SAFE, Secure AI Framework approach. And the model is, when I think about securing AI, I think about model, application, infrastructure, and data. Unfortunately, it's not an acronym, because the acronym would be made, and it would be really strange. But after somebody said, it's not an acronym, obviously everybody immediately thought it's an acronym. But the more serious take on this is that if I say securing AI, I think about securing the model, application around it, infrastructure under it, and the data inside it. Probably won't miss anything that's within the cybersecurity domain if I think about these 4 buckets. And ultimately, I've seen a lot of people who obsess about one, and all sorts of hilarious and sometimes sad results happen. So for example, I go and say, model is the most important, and I double down on prompt injection, and then SQL injection in my application kills me. So because I neglect the A, or I, for some reason, don't want to do it in the cloud, and I try to do it on premise, and what lets go is my infrastructure. Model is fine, application is great, but infrastructural, let's go. So ultimately, these 4 things is where my mind goes when I think secure AI system.
Can I just add to that? I think that's a good way to look at the stack and the framework. I would add one more piece to it, which is around the notion of securing the prompts, prompt security and filtering, prompt defense against adversarial attacks, as well as real-time prompt validation. So this whole area onto your stack, just like there is a model layer up, there is also going to be securing the prompt itself. Now, I was wondering how you feel or where you think that fits in.
Oh, we always include it in the model, because ultimately the prompt issues to us are AI-specific issues, and nothing in the application, infrastructure, or data is AI-specific, because these exist, obviously, for non-AI applications. So for us, when we talk about prompt, it always sits inside the M part of the model.
Got it.
So that's Google's Secure AI framework is something that we can all look for and read. It's pretty thorough. It's an interesting read, and I recommend to our audience to do that later. But you guys have just covered a wide variety of different things already when I asked just the first question. So if I'm a CIO or a CISO, what should I be evaluating? How do I evaluate the security of a new AI tool during the procurement phase when you have just given me all of these different things to try to evaluate? And Anton, why don't you start with that one?